Look at this. Fans are already pumped up, and the energy is visibly escalating outside of this venue. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Brandon Miller.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Jabari Walker. Then there's Scoot Henderson. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Williams at the 1 spot. And for the Hornets, the guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Miles Bridges is out there with Josh Green. And it's Diabate in at the 5 down low. One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
Now, here's MP. Henderson outside. Ayton sets the pick for Henderson. Off target with his 3. It's Miller on the wing. Henderson defending. Here's Bridges. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, he plays a lot. He's always there.
And Kevin, on a couple occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
Well, Doris, there's no question Miles Bridges is a talented scorer out on the wing.
You are exactly right, Kevin. This is a young man capable of putting up 20 points per game on a nightly basis. Now I want to see Bridges take strides as a defender. He has to show more commitment on that end of the floor.
Such a confident young man. Scoot just goes for it.
Outside, Green. Back to Ball. Over MP. Nice shot from the wing.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Here's Williams. And he gets it to go.
Defense has to know this. MP, if he gets space inside, he will finish.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ball's got his second basket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Henderson. Really played well against Orlando in his last outing. Walker a screen on Ball. Williams.
Well, you love to see the intensity from MP. Doesn't let the physical defense impede him in any way.
Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Final.
And, Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded.
On the wing, Miller. Back to Ball. No good on the triple. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Ball against Williams. Pass to Ayton. Back to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, Ayton in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
What a connection DeAndre Ayton has with his guys. Great timing on the alley-oop.
They set the pick. Ball against Williams. Miller kicks to Green. To the inside. Here's Bridges. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in.
Well, how about the in-between game? Get to the mid-range if you're Miles Bridges and take advantage.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. It's Henderson on the wing. Fires the three. Sinks the triple. Henderson's got 5.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Here's Diabate. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Here's MP. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Well, they couldn't buy a bucket at times, and that's frustrating. And that game was not their friend.
I thought the striking thing was how little offense they generated. It doesn't matter how stout your defense is when you play that poorly on the offensive end.
Here's Diabate. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, as soon as you recognize a size mismatch, you have to attack.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. The layup off target. Hornets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Miller, and it's Miller with the jam.
Add that to the highlight reel for Miller. I'm sure it'll grow quickly.
Ball against Williams. Henderson left side. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Henderson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Outside, Green. Miller kicks to Bridges. No good from outside.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
That one drops for his 2nd bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Despite his youth, MP showing grown man strength.
Green with a screen on Williams. Ball from long range. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now, here's MP. 23 points for him the last game against Orlando.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide open shots.
Ball against MP. Pass to Green. Here's Diabate. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Henderson for 3. Missed it, shooting 50% at 3 for 6. Bridges finds ball. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Miller surveying the floor. Pass to Bridges. Shoots over Henderson. Bridges misses. Trailblazers trail by 3. Stolen by Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Well, the do-it-yourself kit, the steal and bucket from LaMelo.
To stop the run. And it's good on the layup. MP's got 8 points.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Back to Ball. And the shot is good. He's got 11.
Well, in the paint, it's the length and the agility of LaMelo Ball to get things done around physical defenders.
It's Henderson on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got 4 assists in the game.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout, looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Trey Mann, he's checked in for Charlotte. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Klingon, he's checked in for Ayton. Jeremy Grant comes in for Jabari Walker. Sharp's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Simons in for Scoot Henderson. Now here's Williams. 8 points for him. Outside, Simons. Back to MP. Shot clock at 6. The Hornets pull it in. Diabate's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Some big news coming in from around the NBA. We welcome in our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's on the phone with the latest story. Shams?
Thanks, Kevin. The Clippers transaction just now public. Their front office is in action ahead of the trade deadline. They scooped up Lauri Markkanen, and he's going to be a significant perimeter threat for this team. His career has accelerated through his 20s, and so has that confidence in shooting from range and playing all over the floor. And combine that with his size and rebounding, it's easy to see how big of an asset he'll be for this new coaching staff.
Thank you so much, Shams. We sure appreciate the update. That's a 2 from Simons. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 5 assists tonight. Miller outside. For 3, Bridges. And Klingon pulls it down.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Right side, Simons. Back to Williams. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. So, Doris, for a coaching staff, what's the best approach to the second game of a back-to-back?
For me, Kevin, a back-to-back is about 2 things. It's about maturity, 1, but you also have to manage both games. Look at the minutes of the first game and try to balance them in the second game, particularly when you're talking about your veterans.
Here's Mann. Had a tough time getting anything going against the Grizzlies. He was a non-factor. Stolen by Grant. Williams scanning the floor. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Smith against Simon. Outside Hardaway. Drills the 3-pointer. Hardaway has got it all tied up now for the Hornets.
I just love how confident Tim Hardaway Jr. is from long distance. This guy will cash in from there.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against the Magic had a nice performance. He scored 23 points and made everyone around him better with his passing. A whole lot of assists. And this just speaks to the star that he is. He's able to put the team on his back and deliver. Guys?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
The kick out to Simons. Back to Williams. 1:31 left in the first quarter of the game. Clock at 6. Outside, Simons. And MP with the basket on the assist by Simons. MP's got 14.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Here's Mann. He has yet to score.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Ball. Putting up about 25 points per game, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Charlotte making a switch here. Tyson's checked in. Pass to Simons. Now Grant. 8 points his last outing. Simons, the pass to Grant. The kick out to Simons. And here is MP. 14 points for him. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
We're seeing two teams that could be building more for the future, trying to instill a winning culture, and we'll see which team takes a step in that direction.
Here's Grant. Up again. Klingen. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. MP has been leading the charge. And we hope. For Portland, Matisse Thybulle checked in for Avdia. Sharp comes in for Scoot Henderson. And MP subbed in for Anfernee Simons. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. The wingmen, it's Sharp and Thybulle. Klingen is out there with Grant. And it's Williams at the 1. Trailblazers trail by 11. Boy, Greg, it seems like the big men have returned. And Donovan Klingen is one of them.
Yes, he is 7'2" with a wingspan to match, the capability to dominate the paint, and his impact is felt at both ends of the court.
And the shot goes in. MP's got 16.
Yeah, sometimes your teammate gets you open with a screen. MP able to capitalize.
Here's Ball. Out to Miller. For 3, Bridges hits the three-point bomb. 9 points in the game so far.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Now, here's Sharp. Nothing on the board. Bridges with it. Back to Ball. Pass to Bridges. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Charlotte moving it around. Green bounce pass. Tries again. And Klingen pulls it down. Klingen's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's MP. It's MP muscling his way for 2.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Ball kicks to Bridges. Outside, Green. Grant against Bridges. Over Grant. Bridges missing again.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Sharp on the wing. To the paint. It's stolen. Fast break now for Charlotte. And Miller with the basket on the assist by Bridges. Miller's got the lead up to 12 now for Charlotte.
And he loves that area. Miller can cause a lot of headaches for a defense with his ability from the mid-range.
It's blocked. And stolen by Sharp. The tray. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Diabate's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Pass the ball. Bridges with it.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left here in the second. 6 to shoot. And it's blocked.
intimidation at the defensive end. That's something Klingon can provide right away, while the rest of his game is a bit of a work in progress. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Trey Mann, he's checked in for ball. A chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
And I tell you, the excitement starting to ratchet up a little bit as the tallies start coming in.
You look at MP, he's received the 4th most votes in the West. If the All-Star game were today, he'd be starting.
And that's the way it should be. As dynamic as he's been this season, it wouldn't be right if he wasn't a part of that starting lineup.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Now here's Williams. He's got 20. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
Well, they didn't have much trouble lately, but it's always nice to be back home. You get to see your family and your day isn't consumed by travel. I could see them taking advantage of this home stretch.
Here's Mann. He has 5. To the middle. Here's Diabate. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got 7 points in the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Thibault, the pass to MP. And with the rebound. Charlotte leading by 11. Outside, Green. There's 38 seconds left in the first half. They get the rebound. Bridges. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Miles Bridges on the putback with some authority in his voice.
Now, here's MP. He's got 22. Sharp. That's good. Sharp's got his first 3 points of the game. The Hornets shooting it very well. 54% from the floor in the second quarter. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Pass to Mann. Over MP. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've done a lot of great work from long range. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight, a bit wild and a big deficit now for the Portland Trail Blazers.
They've been a step slow to close out on shooters all night, and that's why they've given up so many threes. Come on, man, show some hustle.
Perimeter D, apparently not their strong suit. All right, and now one of the more highly anticipated topics. Some news about trades to and that is it for halftime, folks.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
The guard spot's filled in by Ball and Miller. Green is out there with Bridges, and it's Diabate in at the 5, patrolling the paint. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And free throw shooting, not necessarily one of his strong suits, only about 70% on the season.
Hornets leading by 9. Outside, Ball. They set the pick. Bridges outside. Shot clock at 6, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh, it's exactly what you want to see from Miles Bridges. Assert himself, use that frame to convert through contact.
Here's MP. Book it! MP with a tough shot.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
To me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball, really helping his team hang around this one.
Now Bridges. Outside, Ball. And stolen by Thibault. MP outside. It's Henderson on the wing. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And that's now 19 points from Scoot Henderson.
MP might be young, but looking like a veteran with that read and setup.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Diabate. The shot off that time. Some solid defense from 8. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. Good on that shot. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Williams. Bridges outside. Back to Ball. There's the 3. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Well, LaMelo Ball in the catch-and-shoot game. He says, I can get off the ball as well.
Henderson left side. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Henderson's got 6 in the quarter. Charlotte leading by 5. Ball feeling it out a bit. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
LaMelo Ball said, I see your triple and I raise you one of my own.
LaMelo Ball came in like a storm into this NBA doors, but hasn't been able to stay healthy since.
It's so true, Kevin, and that's unfortunate because the skill is apparent every time he plays. He's a game changer with his size and his playmaking. The NBA is better off because of the flair and the style he brings when he is healthy.
Here's Ball, following the basket by MP. And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That is his first foul of the game. Abdia's checked in for Portland. Here's Bridges. He's got 13. Green with a screen on Walker. Here's Bridges. And the layup falls. Bridges has got 15 points.
Well, Miles Bridges very capable putting the ball on the deck and getting to the cup. This guy has a want to score.
MP kicks to Henderson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Diabate. He's covered by 8. And that one drops for him. And now it's a 10-point Charlotte lead.
What an electrifying game by LaMelo Ball. Is anyone more exciting than this young guy?
Outside Williams. Pass to Henderson. Fires from deep. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. MP's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Ball against Williams. Bridges inside. And that one, good. 17 points in the game.
I'll tell you, if you're Miles Bridges, you take the easy shots inside when you get them.
Henderson finds MP. Back to Henderson. Outside Williams. Walker a screen on Ball. Floats it up for Walker. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
Hornets leading by 7. Here's Miller. Banked in off the glass. Miller's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Portland has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Ball against Williams. Here's Henderson. And he slams it down right on top of Brandon Miller.
That's a good example of Henderson's strength and determination.
And the Hornets making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Klingon, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's Grant in for Jabari Walker. Just 3 to shoot. There's the triple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Henderson's got 30 points.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Pass the ball. There's the lob to Bridges. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Now the opportunistic Bridges sees you falling asleep defensively. Up and over the top he goes.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the new leadership in Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more help, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Help is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Simons, he's checked in for Henderson. And here is Williams. 28 points for him. Simons on the wing. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Simons has got 8 points.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now, here is Miller. He's got 9. Here's Diabate. They get it again.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Here's Avdia. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Avdia's got his first basket of the night.
Avdia has added some strength to the frame, and he puts it to work right there.
Miller kicks the ball. The 3. Portland grabs the miss. Klingon's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Williams' shot is off. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to Hardaway. Here's Ball. Here's Diabate. 6 on the shot clock. Miller. Out to Bridges. Here's Miller. Drops one in from the wing. Miller's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass was coming.
Here's MP. MP strong inside.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Ball against Williams. Ball no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Williams is checked in for Charlotte. Trey Mann comes in for Ball. Jaden Sharp's checked in for Portland. And Portland has possession. Simons on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Bangs home the trifecta. Mann's got 10 points.
And he found a perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Outside Williams. Simons from outside. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Mann with it. 10 points for him. Hardaway passes to Williams. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Grant against Bridges. Hardaway is screen on Grant. Clock at 6. Bridges against Grant.
And Grant works hard on the defensive end of the floor. His activity and wingspan, big hands, really paying dividends.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Hornets.
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
Smith checked in for Miller. Smith for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Pass to Simons. Wide open. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Smith outside. Williams sets a screen for Smith. Back to man for 3. Williams. It's hauled in by MP. MP's got his 4th rebound in this one. Williams with the block.
You see how Williams is such a pretty defender. Send it back, Grant.
Here's Hardaway. And again, the Hornets missing. Trailblazers trail by 3. Shots good by Williams.
MP.
Williams has got 12 points in just the second half.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here is Smith. Hasn't made one yet. Williams a screen on Simon. And it's Smith missing. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And here's some players that you want on the line as often as possible these days. For the past month, these are the leading free throw shooting 2 guards in the league. Second, Tim Hardaway Jr.
We've gotten used to seeing a lot of terrific free throw shooters from the 2-guard ranks, but even so, it shouldn't take away from what these players have been able to do up there.
You know, that's a very steady bunch at the line, no doubt about that. In any kind of clutch situation, if it's one of those players shooting the big free throw, you can be sure he's going to come through.
And Portland making a change here. Banton's checked in. Here's Smith. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Donovan Clingan. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Portland.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
Now here's Williams. He's got 36. Here's Bridges. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. Bridges got 21.
Miles Bridges has steadily built an offensive arsenal that is so impressive. Doesn't matter what the defense sends him, he finds a way to score it.
And another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
Here's Smith. From deep three-point territory. The shot misses. LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Hornets. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And it's Williams with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 1. Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. On the floor for Portland, the forward spots will be Avdia and Grant. Henderson out there with MP. And it's Klingon in its center. Here's Mann. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 3.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now here's Henderson. Grant kicks to Williams. Screen by Grant. MP to the rack. And the dunk by Grant.
This is where the size, speed, and mobility of Jeremy Grant comes into play. On the roll, tough to deal with.
Right wing. Here's Tyson. He's covered by Grant. Inside. It's deflected. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. Capping off the break, MP.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Ball against MP. Now, here's Ball. He's covered closely, and he uses the glass on the layup. Ball's got 32 points in the game. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Henderson finds Williams. Grant with a screen on Ball. The drive by MP, and the dunk by Grant.
Well, Jeremy Grant is becoming adept at how to finish the alley-oop. Devastates the defense with a terrific look.
Now, here's Ball. Pass to Hardaway. Now here's Williams. Defense right on him. Henderson with it. Williams picks him up. Henderson, no good.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Man gets the bucket. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that Miller, the pass to Ball. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Miller's got 3 assists tonight.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Henderson right side. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Henderson's got 17 now, just in the second half. Here are the Hornets with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Bridges outside. Here's Ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
It is very difficult guarding LaMelo Ball to stay disciplined and not fight on that pump fake. He's so good at it.
He hits the second from the line. Trailblazers trail by 9. Here's Williams, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
When you see a young player with a level of physicality, MP doing work on the inside.
And he's good on the second. Charlotte leading by 8. Miller outside. Pass to Diabate. And the wide open shot from Green. And the 3-ball is good.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Henderson outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Hornets shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Out to Miller, fires the three, and it's Ayton with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 11. Thibault for three. The Hornets pull it in. Diabate's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Pass to Bridges. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. And it's Ball, that time on the assist by Bridges. Bridges has got his 8th assist in the game. And for Portland, they're shooting 40% in the fourth. Ball against MP. It's Henderson on the wing. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Bridges has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Hornets.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
So it's the Hornets taking care of business.
Win some, you lose some.